Are you over 65? Then what you do in the first 30 minutes could save, or cost, your life. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning feeling fine, just another ordinary day. You stretch, grab your phone, maybe make a cup of coffee. Nothing out of the ordinary. But what if we told you that in those first few minutes, without even realizing it, you might be increasing your risk of a stroke by over 60%? Strokes don't usually come with warnings. They hit fast. They hit hard. And for people over 65, they are the second leading cause of death, and the #1 cause of long-term disability. But here's something most people don't know. Over half of all strokes occur in the morning hours, typically within 3 hours of waking up.
Why?
Because your body is at its most fragile state when transitioning from sleep to wakefulness. The worst part? It's not just your age or your genetics, it's what you do. That innocent habit you've had for decades could be placing silent, dangerous pressure on your heart, your brain, and your blood vessels. In this video, we'll uncover the 5 most common morning habits that are quietly putting seniors at risk, and we'll guide you step by step to protect yourself starting tomorrow morning. And the #1 habit. It's something almost every senior does, without a second thought, and it may be the most dangerous of all. So grab a notepad, settle in, and stay with us until the end. Your brain, your heart, and possibly your entire future could depend on what you learn in the next few minutes. Habit number 5. Skipping breakfast or eating too late. It might sound harmless. Maybe you're used to waiting until mid-morning to eat. Maybe you think you're doing intermittent fasting. But for seniors, skipping breakfast isn't just a trendy habit, it's a potentially deadly one. After 7 to 10 hours of sleep, your body wakes up in a fasted, dehydrated, and energy-deficient state. Blood sugar levels are low. Your heart is pumping harder. Your blood is slightly thicker. And your body, in a rush to balance things out, begins flooding your system with stress hormones, primarily cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones trigger a spike in blood pressure and make your blood vessels constrict. If you're over 65, and especially if you already deal with hypertension, atherosclerosis, or diabetes, this combination becomes dangerous. And that's not just theory. A 2021 study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that individuals who consistently skipped breakfast had a 21% higher risk of suffering from cardiovascular events, including stroke. Skipping food in the morning can also increase LDL cholesterol, bad cholesterol, decrease insulin sensitivity, cause irregular heart rhythms, promote blood clotting due to thickened blood viscosity. What your body desperately needs in the morning is fuel, but not heavy, greasy food. Something light, nutritious, and easy to digest can make a huge difference. So what's the solution? Eat something, anything, within the first hour of waking up. This could be a handful of soaked almonds or walnuts, a banana, a slice of whole grain toast with almond or peanut butter, a bowl of oatmeal with berries. These options help stabilize blood sugar, support steady blood flow, and calm your nervous system. Let's be clear, you don't need to cook a full breakfast buffet. Just a light snack to break the fast. That alone can help lower your stroke risk, improve your circulation, and set the tone for a healthier day. Ignoring breakfast might feel convenient, but your brain and heart are paying the price. Habit number 4. Checking your phone or watching TV immediately after waking up. It sounds innocent, right? You open your eyes, reach for your phone on the nightstand, and check the news. Or maybe scroll through messages, or even flip on the morning news. But what seems like a quiet way to ease into your day might be silently sending your stroke risk through the roof. Here's what's happening inside your body in those first 5 minutes after waking up. Your blood pressure is naturally at its highest. Your heart rate begins to rise to prepare your body for movement. Your nervous system is still transitioning out of sleep mode. Now imagine, in that fragile state, you throw a blast of information, noise, and stress at your brain. News headlines, financial alerts, upsetting texts, or even just the brightness of your screen, all of these shock your central nervous system. And that shock leads to an even higher cortisol spike, tightening your blood vessels even more, increasing the viscosity of your blood, and overworking your heart at the worst possible time. For younger people, this might just lead to fatigue or irritability. But for seniors, especially those over 65, with pre-existing vascular conditions, that sudden overload can trigger a cascade of health events. Elevated morning hypertension. increased risk of atrial fibrillation, impaired cognitive function throughout the day, and yes, higher stroke risk. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that early morning stress exposure, especially via digital media, leads to higher levels of inflammatory markers in older adults. Inflammation, as you may know, plays a central role in stroke and heart disease. So, what should you do instead? Let your brain and body wake up on your terms, not on your phone's terms. Here's a better way to start. Open your eyes slowly and take 4 to 5 deep breaths. Sit up gradually and stretch your arms overhead. Drink a glass of room temperature water. We'll explain more about this in the next habit. Sit near natural sunlight or open a curtain. If you can, spend 2 to 5 minutes in silence or light movement before touching any screens. These small changes are proven to lower cortisol levels, support healthy blood pressure, and improve mental clarity for the rest of the day. And the best part? You'll feel calmer, more focused, and less reactive. Your phone will still be there in 10 minutes. But the difference in how your heart and brain respond to the day. That could be the difference between a healthy start and a dangerous one. Habit number 3. Drinking coffee or tea before water. For millions of people, this is how the day begins. Eyes open, feet touch the floor, and within minutes, there's a hot cup of coffee or tea in hand. It's a ritual, a comfort, and it feels completely normal. But if you're over 65, this simple habit may be one of the most dangerous things you do in the morning, especially if you drink caffeine before hydrating with water. Let's break it down. When you sleep, your body goes 7 to 9 hours without any fluids. That means when you wake up, your system is dehydrated, your blood is thicker, and your cells are literally thirsty. Your heart is now working harder to pump that thick blood, and your brain is more vulnerable to drops in oxygen or circulation. Now, instead of replenishing your fluid levels, you reach for caffeine, a diuretic. That means it pulls more water out of your body, making the dehydration worse. And this is where the risk climbs fast. Caffeine triggers a rapid spike in blood pressure, which is already naturally high in the morning. Constricted blood vessels, especially in the brain. Increased heart rate, adding strain to the cardiovascular system. Further thickening of blood, increasing clot risk. For a healthy young adult, this may just lead to jitteriness. But for a senior over 65, it can be the perfect storm for a stroke. A study in Stroke, a journal of cerebral circulation, found that early morning caffeine intake, especially on an empty stomach and without prior hydration, significantly increases blood coagulability, a fancy way of saying your blood is more likely to clot, leading to ischemic strokes. So what's the safer alternative? Simple. Start your day with water. Before a single sip of coffee or tea, do this. Drink a full glass of room temperature water within 5 minutes of waking. For faster rehydration, add a pinch of sea salt for minerals, a few drops of fresh lemon juice to support liver function and alkalinity. Wait 15 to 20 minutes before drinking your coffee or tea. This small delay allows your body to rehydrate your organs and blood, normalize your blood pressure, support brain oxygenation, and improve nutrient absorption when you eat. And no, you don't need to give up coffee. Just push it a little later in your morning routine, and your body will respond with better clarity, calmer nerves, and healthier circulation. It's a habit that takes less than 2 minutes to adjust, and it can make a lifetime of difference. Habit number 2. Holding urine first thing in the morning. It's something almost all of us have done. You wake up, you feel the urge to go, but you decide to lie there for a while longer. Maybe it's cold. Maybe you just don't feel like getting up yet. It feels harmless. But for seniors over 65, this seemingly minor delay can have major consequences, and it's one of the most overlooked stroke risks in the morning. Here's why. While you're sleeping, your bladder continues to fill. And by morning, especially if you haven't urinated in 6 or more hours, it's under significant pressure. When you hold urine, your bladder expands, activating your body's sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight mode. This causes a sharp, immediate spike in blood pressure. Your heart pumps faster. Your vessels tighten. Your body becomes stressed, not emotionally, but physically. For older adults, this kind of stress, just seconds after waking, can increase risk of stroke or transient ischemic attack, TIA. Worsen hypertension. lead to dizziness or fainting when standing up, trigger cardiac events in people with pre-existing heart conditions. And it's not just about strokes. Holding urine in the morning also raises the risk of urinary tract infections, UTIs, weakens bladder muscles over time, can contribute to incontinence or nighttime urgency. According to research from the American Urological Association, seniors who routinely delay urination in the morning have significantly higher rates of blood pressure instability and recurrent bladder infections, both of which increase vascular strain. What should you do? Make it a non-negotiable habit. As soon as you wake up, go to the bathroom. Even before stretching, drinking water, or doing anything else, empty your bladder. It helps stabilize your blood pressure, relieve pressure on internal organs, flush toxins accumulated overnight, reduce inflammation, and improve circulation. It might seem like just a few minutes of delay, but in reality, it's a critical health choice that could protect your heart and brain every single day. If you're someone who wakes up multiple times during the night, don't ignore it. It may be a sign of nocturia, diabetes, or bladder issues that need attention. But always listen to your body's signals in the morning. That first trip to the bathroom? It's not just a comfort, it's a potentially life-saving ritual. Habit number 1. Getting out of bed too fast. We've saved the most dangerous habit for last, because it's also the most common. You open your eyes. You feel alert. And without a second thought, you sit up, swing your legs over the edge of the bed, and stand. That simple, automatic action. For people over 65, it could be the moment your stroke risk spikes more than at any other time of day. Why? Because your body is still adjusting from hours of being horizontal. Your blood pressure is stabilizing. Your heart is shifting from sleep mode to wake mode. And gravity is about to pull your blood downward, fast. If you sit or stand too quickly, especially right after waking up, here's what can happen. A sudden drop in brain oxygen, called orthostatic hypotension. Lightheadedness or dizziness, increasing risk of falls. A sharp increase in blood pressure as your heart tries to compensate. Reduced blood flow to the brain, which can lead to transient ischemic attacks or full strokes. And it happens in seconds. One moment you're up, the next your vision blurs or your head spins. It's not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. In fact, according to the British Medical Journal, seniors who rise too quickly in the morning without transitioning slowly have a 34% higher risk of suffering a stroke or cardiovascular event within the first 2 hours of waking. Here's what to do instead, the 60-second rule that can save your life. Wake up slowly. Open your eyes and take a few deep, calm breaths. Stretch gently while still lying in bed, reach your arms overhead, flex your feet, rotate your ankles. Roll to your side, and push yourself up using your arms, not your core. Sit at the edge of the bed with your feet on the floor. Stay seated for at least 30 seconds. While seated, rotate your shoulders, stretch your neck, and breathe deeply. Then, and only then, stand up slowly, allowing your body to catch up to gravity. This small routine gives your cardiovascular system time to adjust gradually, reducing the risk of a stroke, fall, or fainting spell. It takes less than 1 minute, but the benefits are profound. You don't need to jump out of bed like a soldier. In fact, if you're over 65, the slower you rise, the safer you'll be. Final words: your morning can be a silent killer or a life-saving routine. Every morning, your body offers you a fresh start. But it also enters a vulnerable state, a critical window where what you do can either protect your brain and heart, or quietly push you closer to danger. We've covered the 5 most dangerous habits. Getting out of bed too fast. Holding urine too long. Drinking coffee or tea before water. Checking your phone or TV first thing. Skipping breakfast or eating too late. Each of these might seem harmless, but combined, they create the perfect environment for stroke, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease, especially as we age. The good news: they're all easy to fix. Rise slowly. Hydrate first. Eat something light. Avoid digital stress. Listen to your body. These aren't just tips. They're life-saving habits that can improve circulation, reduce blood pressure spikes, and give your brain the oxygen and stability it needs every single morning. Bonus tip: supplements that support brain and heart health. In the video description below, we've included our top doctor-approved recommendations for omega-3 fatty acids for blood flow and anti-inflammation, coenzyme Q10 for heart energy, magnesium citrate for blood pressure regulation and nervous system health. They're simple additions to your morning that work with your body, not against it. Take action now. If this video helped you, tap the like button. It helps the algorithm share these life-saving tips with more people who need them. Subscribe to The Elder Way so you never miss a video that protects your health, your brain, and your future. Stay strong, stay safe, and tomorrow morning, start fresh the right way.